Okay. Right. It looked like the live streaming started.
The Nasif is mute.
Am I the one introducing?
No.
No. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so my
Go
job is
ahead.
done.
Go,
No,
go
you
ahead.
you never said
Producing.
anything, so
Yeah, go ahead.
nobody knows
Oh.
if you
It
are
is Charlie presenting.
Yeah, I'm the one presenting, and
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for whoever is introducing me to get going.
Oh, that's me. So I was waiting for Arun.
I've
yeah,
already
but
started the meeting.
yeah, I started the meeting already.
Okay, so I'm sorry about that. So tonight
Anyway, but before you introduce, could everybody see my screen? Is it clear?
I was
Uh,
seeing it earlier, but
but
now
for now it disappear.
yeah.
Oh, one sec.
You can continue talking when he's working
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
Okay. Is it
So
on now?
yes, it's on.
Okay. Perfect.
Right. So tonight we have the honor to talk about the book On My Own Feet. Uh from losing my legs to learning the dance of life by Amy Purdy. So, without further ado, I'm going to let Charlie give us a summary of the book, and everybody will ship in after that. So,
Thank you very much, Tata Kolom.
you're welcome.
Uh, yes. As everybody might have enjoyed this book, I have no doubt. I hope everybody read it, right? If anyone did not, the person has missed something and should do his or her best to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight we are discussing the book On My Own Feet, from losing my legs to learning the dance of life. It's presented, or it's a memoir written by Amy Purdue, uh, a little girl who started her life in Nevada, Las Vegas, and cruised through adversities and turnarounds, multiple adversities and turnarounds, and eventually ended up on the Olympic podium as well as on TV, Dancing with the Stars. But imagine if you decided to become a massage therapist and your first try on was on a Chewbacca. That was what she she said, and I never saw what we call Chewbacca. And then check it out, the person she had to try her massage therapy on the first time when she got into the therapy school, and then eventually started the tryout. The guy was so hairy and then looks like a Chewbacca, and so she said. And well, but life turned around suddenly for her. Like the weather, everything started falling apart. Her life, being a decent girl, living a decent life, it was so strange that she has lived her life before it happened somehow. Because her mom suddenly, a friend of her mom mentioned something to her mom. Their son, 19 years old, contracting a deadly virus and then ended up losing his two legs. And she said, no, should that happen to her, she has to jump over the first bridge. And strangely enough, that was what happened to her. She contracted the very deadly bacteria called bacterial meningitis, and then doctors said that she had only 2% chance to live. She ended up losing her both leg, below the knee, and they call it the BK, and she is labeled the BK2 by losing her leg below the knee and both legs. But that didn't define her whole life. And she said that her actual
Mhm.
life definition wasn't going through surgery, doing treatment, but is by making a choice. And the choice he had made is to choose to live. And choosing to live, she has refused to be labeled, refused to, give up physically or emotionally. And then she chose the question, which is now what, rather than why me. So from then on, she decided to accept to become a different person and turn her life around. Then she went through the surgery, survived it, and then from the, the hospital, she has to now learn to walk on the two prosthesis leg and prosthetic legs, and that walking was so painful, very very difficult to adjust, and she made a decision to turn her pain into purpose. And anything that was happening to her right there that could really turn her life around was she wanted to be a lady of honor to her sister who was getting married. And the plan was, should we turn the wedding down? The sister was saying that if she wasn't going to be part of her wedding, she was going to give it up. She said, no, let's move it on. And within a week, by choosing the purpose rather than pain, makes her moving cross through it and was able to walk her sister on the stage the day of her wedding. And she also decided not to give up her dream. Her dream was snowboarding, and she was crying to asking herself, losing her leg, what was she ever going to snowboard? But the pain again turned it around into purpose. She decided to confront all the challenges she might be having. There was never any double amputee that had snowboard before, therefore no gears for that. She helped invent the design and invent the appropriate gear that she needed to get back on the snow and snowboard up to a point that she reached the Paralympic bronze medal in 2014. Christelle shared a video, a YouTube video recently with us, and I saw that beside that 2014 bronze medal that that she received, she was also a Paralympic silver medalist in 2018. But it hasn't ended there. She found her strength by redefining herself as she has been doing, and then compete and the Dancing with the Star, did all what she could do, and she went all the way to finally. And then as a finalist, it wasn't by compassion or pity to her, but because of the beauty and the strength and how she challenged the stage and went in with the mind of winning rather than just showing or looking for compassion for her. So the last part that she decided to do was to take her adversity and use it to help others, making sure that people should not use disability should not become an inability, but rather you should use your disability to reinvent yourself and then find purpose through the pain that you have, and then become enabled rather than disabled. So she co-founded a nonprofit with her lover called the Adaptive Action Sports, and through that they help so many other disabled athletes to redefine themselves and then move on to become great figures in the society. So the message that she really carry in this book is that we shouldn't let any adversity define our life. Life isn't defined by anything that we lose, but rather we should choose everything. Every time we lose anything in life, the response or everything depends on the kind of response that we have given to the situation. So I remember we read the same statement with Men in Search of Meaning, that whenever we find ourselves in front of any situation, it could be anyhow, the environment, the ambience, figures that got involved, all what happened are totally independent of ourselves. But we always retain one thing: the decision to respond, and the response that we have chosen to give always and will always depend on us. So thank you very much. This is the message of Amy Purdue. From losing her life, she redefined her life and then decided to go with the question, not the question of why me, but rather what now. And every time anything happens to her, she said, yes, this is happening, but now what? Now what? Now what? Thank you very much. This is Amy Petty.
Thank you,
Thank
Charlie.
you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie, for the great presentation. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Without waiting, I think the floor is open for anyone who wants to chip in and share the insight of the book.
Should I go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Charlie, for the presentation. First of all, by taking my position was a great idea, and it forced me as well to reread it, because I was expecting to present it, so I started reading before even the last week book.
Oh,
So that's
perfect.
forced me to be aware of what is going on here, and I didn't know that she's Vegasian as well. She's from Vegas, so
Mhm.
it makes me as if I'm talking to her. So thank you, Charlie. And also, it seemed
No
like
problem.
Beyond Virus is hiding everyone knows that everyone is on time, everyone is on point. So yeah, definitely we are improving ourselves. So
Thank you.
yeah, and the book teaches us a lot of things. And at the beginning, when I was reading, I was thinking that it was a fiction. The one that the other guy, the Joy who was driving a bus, I can't remember
Okay.
the. I was thinking about
That
that
is
because
Gordon, right?
yeah, Gordon. Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
about that. Why? Because he started saying that there was another child in the same neighborhood who has the same
Mm-hmm.
virus, and I said, this seems like it's too coincidental. Is it true? Or is it?
To be
And then
true.
I got on YouTube and I saw her, and I said, oh my goodness. So she's a nice lady, very very beautiful. If you don't see her legs, because some people think that when you don't have a part of your body, you are not beautiful, but it's not the case here. She's very very
Mm.
very beautiful. And
My God.
yeah. And also she taught us to adapt, to be adaptive to changes, because most of the time we say, oh, I was going to the north and they blocked the road, so I don't know anywhere. Say, no, don't do that. Try to find another way. Create your own path. even though that there was no tools, accessory for amputee to snowboard. He defined that. He create those tools. So is what we have to remember, because life always throw things at us. So we have to be ready to define to be adaptive to changes, and be be very very flexible. If your journey is blocked, trying to create another path to reach your destination. And also I noticed that I don't know who was very very visual, but the book seemed like you are there, because the description, the way he was described things, you feel like you are part of there. You are. She described it very very well. Maybe is he the other author who was very very powerful that way? I don't know, but it seemed like you are part of the scene, even though that is just reading. And we had to remember something: necessity is mother of invention. When they put her in that necessity, she created. Imagine that she even have her two legs, she might not reach where she was
Yeah.
today, because she feels that, oh, now she's using the blue ocean. No one is here. No one is here. I had to define my area. I had to define my territory. So definitely, thank you. And I had to finish with the person who share a Google Book YouTube. I didn't know that Google Book has a YouTube where you can listen to books as well. So it was very very helpful, and that it was a great book. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Mm.
Thank you.
Oh, Arun, I
Mhm.
did share that, but I didn't go far. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for your contribution. So anyone else wants to go?
I can go quickly.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank my dad for the wonderful presentation. Um,
Thank you too.
what a great book. Uh, one thing that I'm taking out away from this book is life brings life circumstances bring the best in us. Um, if we don't find ourselves in certain conditions, we think that okay, we are limited, but till you hit a break or you hit some uneventful circumstances or events in your life, you cannot believe what your body can do. And this is another proof of it. David Goggin has proven that too to us. The body goes to some extent that when we push it or when we think we are at the edge of it, with the right mindset, of course, the right mindset, the right support, it brings the best out of us. So that is my um takeaway from the book, and I thank you all for the great conversation and the great contribution for the book club. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
too.
like I said, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else?
So I'd like to also talk a quick, just comment. So you don't need to put the video on necessarily. So, but first, I would like to thank Charlie for the presentation of tonight. This is a
Thank you
different
too.
book compared to the one we read lately, right?
Yeah.
So, it's easy to say, I want to fight challenge than do. And the goal of this club also is to learn about some older people history, right? Les Brown ask us always when something happened to not say why me, right? Why me? And instead of say why me, to not complain too much because whatever you talk about, that's what you're gonna multiply. So this case also, she's just giving us example of life happen and life happen like happened to everyone, and the difference is what she did, right? And it's a call for us also when we face challenges to not back down, to not find reason, right, to justify, complain all the time. No, instead of that, to fight, to look at this is the situation, what I want to do next. What can I do with it, right? Like happening, we don't know. So, um, my thinking and my takeaway is around that, especially when everything is normal and you keep going, you don't know the importance of your leg until you don't have any, right? You don't know the importance of your butt until you don't have it and you cannot sit down. That's why the butt was not to be beautiful. It's for something else, right? So many stuff like that that we take for granted. If you cannot use the restroom for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, then you know the importance of how easy it was. You use the restroom, just get over there, you're on the cell phone, broom, and you poop. But now you have to pay to poop, right? So it's a call for life to know that it's not straight and it won't stay straight. That we all, like Nasif say, we all need to work and be ready to fight the event that gonna happen in our life. I usually tell the Colomb, when you're coming home from work, don't take the same road. From time to time, go around, take another road, try something else because you never know. One day, if you have only one way and that one way is not available, that's when you're gonna try to discover, right? And life is don't train your dog at the hunting day. You have to train them early enough so on that day you know what to do. Thank you again, Charlie, for the presentation. I don't remember
No
who
problem.
suggested the book. Was
That's true.
Nasif? Okay, so it's a great book,
Oh,
to
I believe so.
know about. And I yield. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thomas.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fatima.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Aye. Okay. I can ship in quickly. Uh, so listening to this book and reading some parts, some chapters is uh make me have a mix of emotion, right? At first it was confusion. And when she was a young girl doing her massage, that old man that she has to return back to do the massage to after hour, right? And this man was telling her, "Oh, have you been to the other part before?" And she said no. And the man's reply saying, "Yeah, I have been to. I stopped breathing. Uh, but when I came back, my life has changed." Right. So, and the old man was telling her it will happen to her. So that was a confusion moment. Like, what will happen? Will she die? But she doesn't know how it will happen, right? And but that same person was telling her, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared." And that's those 4 words kind of, or 3 words kind of stuck to her mind. Don't be scared. When it happened, don't be scared. And I believe that's those words kind of propels her also through everything that happened to her, right? So
Mhm.
first it was confusion, then a total sadness because she got sick, almost battling her life, 2% chance of living, but she made it through, right? Then she has to reinvent her life. So I feel like the old man kind of gave her a prophecy that it will happen, but she doesn't know when and how, but it did happen. So I don't know. It's something I thought about, and I don't know how this could be prevented, but I believe it's a kind of changed her life to the positive way because through her disability, she helped other millions of people fight through their own disability as well. So I think that's my takeaway. Like she went through scary moment, but through that moment, she did help other people overcome their fear, overcome their disabilities as well. So, um, beside whatever everybody else said, I second those. I think she did open the lights, turn the lights on many other people's life. And again, I want to thank Charlie for the great presentation and putting everything together for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Colum, thank
Thank you, Dr. Colin.
You,
you.
Thank you, Zata Colomb.
Shira, are you going? Oh,
Really have a lot to say, really. Um, it was a good story. Uh,
okay. The book was suggested by Holy.
Holy K. Okay.
not
Sure, go
not
ahead.
not the. I'm just speaking on what I think about the book. I think we should read more books like this. I think someone speaking from personal experience as their struggles, and not so much on like the financial aspect is important, but also just like the life, the general life focus, right? Because she had her goals, right? That had that it was the focus wasn't money, right? And she used she got money to do her goals later on, right? Where she mentions that it's mentioned that she created a nonprofit to help other people, right? And yeah, the other money books that we've learned would help with that. But I do like the idea of like I guess the deeper meaning of why we do things. Going back to this idea of like wabi sabi, right? What do you the things you value, the things you find joy in? There's actually a like a sound bite going viral about like I don't know if any of y'all have watched King of the Hill,
Mm,
but there's a father and the son, and the father is talking to his son about like raising flowers, and he tells his son like, "Oh, this flower that you've raised, due to the criteria that they have for the competition, it's bad." But then the son says, "No, I like this flower. It has wabi sabi," and that's what this presentation reminded me of, right?
mm-hmm,
Where it's like, okay, we don't have this like perfect mathematical way. Like, yeah, she's not going to be winning snowboarding competitions at the Olympics, but she can win snowboarding competitions at the Paralympics, right? So I liked the message from this book, and thank you, Charlie, for the great presentation.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Chair.
thank
Wow.
you, Shira.
Thank you, Trill.
So, Shira, if you have more book like this one, please send us to us. We will put in the list.
I'll see what I can find.
All right.
We have
Yeah.
many books. I don't know if we still do of Daniel Steele. They are of the kind.
Yeah.
However, I second Shirel. I love it when I know that it is not fiction, even though the fiction gives you extra step beyond what has already been, and then widen your imagination further.
Okay. Um. Yeah, Daniel Steele, country that we read last.
Yeah, country was it was fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So beyond, you want to go in
That was
beyond
beautiful.
Giovannia?
Yeah. Yes. I want to.
Canada.
Okay.
Hmm. I'll go now.
Okay, Guillaume.
Okay, first, I want to thank Charlie for the great presentation. And what I learned from the book is book is that the power is about the power of imagination. Wait, let me try again. What I learned from the book is that the power of imagination, resilience in the human spirit, capacity is immense, and hence necessary to overcome immense challenges and rewrite her own rewrite her own stories.
Mhm.
And even when physically crippled, Amy Purdy kept going, even where others would fall. And,
All
and
right,
one
keep
more
going.
thing,
Thank you,
and
Will.
just one more thing.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
You said one more thing. Yeah.
Well, she wanted her goals because fire within her burned way hotter than the metaphorical fire that destroyed her everything and crippled her.
Mm.
Can you say it slowly, a little bit louder?
Oh, okay, she achieved her goals because the fire within her burned hotter than the metaphorical fire that destroyed her everything and crippled her.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Thank
that is
you.
definitely true. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rion.
Thank you.
Okay.
Invisible song.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Giovanna.
Hey.
Mm, Okay, first, thank you, Papa, for your great presentation. And what I learned about this book is hardship is not an end, but can be the beginning of a new life. So we shouldn't feel sorry about ourselves, but out uh, step our comfort zone because we are able to do it. So it's just what I learned. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Look like everyone has chipped in. So, anything else anyone want to say? We still have time.
Okay, there are a few things that I that also, struck my mind while listening to this book. Tata Colon mentioned it when the guy, sometimes most things, important things that is going to happen to us in life do not happen straightforward. They take, certain turn that we have to be willing to give in order to have it. It's like for her to listen to that shaman, they call those people who have the shamanism idea, or that have the way to see things beyond what seem to be natural. They communicate with life and nature to be able to visualize things beyond what is easily visible. We could see that she had already finished everything. She was tired, but she accepted to go back
Back. Mm.
and then uh, take that last person. And when the guy asked her if she has crossed over yet,
Mm-hmm.
as if he knows that she's part of that group of shamanists, they call them. They are
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't know if you have noticed that in the whole book. She is not just not normal. They have some strength beyond, or they have some visualization. We have people like that back home. We call them les visionnaires et autres. Some are truth. Many turn it into money making things, and some, even though they are very good at the beginning, turn to lose the strength that they have. But having certain vision helps a lot, and those kind of things appear in the book many times, which seem not to be normal. Like when she was crossing over, as the guy asked her, she said she saw the people that asked her, that gave her the choice whether she should stay or she should leave, and she has chosen to stay.
Mm.
It was so touchy, and you could feel, and
Yeah.
she was out of her body. Now, after losing her legs, nobody could expect her to be in dialysis for a such a short period where she couldn't stay on anymore because her two kidney have already shut down and she has to go for kidney transplant, or she may be crossing over pretty quick to the other
Mm-hmm.
side.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, oh, adversity after adversity. So she has to go through that, and then all the way. Luckily, the dad has given her kidney, his kidney to her to give her a second life, and then she carry it on. Now, before she gets to the Olympic, the Paralympic, she did everything, and before the actual competition, she got injured. Then did the competition through the injury and still found her way on the podium. The same thing appeared with the Dancing with the Stars,
Mm-hmm.
and so on. So, as she said, yes, life will keep, swinging or throwing curveballs to us, but we will always retain the power of response, how we want to respond to whatever happened to us. And we should not expect it. And one somewhere in the book, I wanted to remember it, but I was rereading it to remember it and I couldn't get it. But she said that especially when it turned not to be normal, that is when the good thing comes out of it. And that is where I remember Daniel Steele's book, when the lady, she lost the husband suddenly, and then she was going back to Los Angeles when she took the
Wrong
first
turn.
wrong turn. Second time she went turn to force to find herself, and then she took again the second time the wrong turn. And she said, no, this time, wherever it is taking me to, I will just take it and go. So it always, almost always indirect. That is what I felt. And the
Wait,
book
I'm
has
not.
given,
But just
yes,
so you know, I don't know if you know, those are fiction books. They are not non-fiction. They are
yeah, I
made
know
up.
that
Okay,
the Daniel
which is
Steele, yeah, they
completely
are
different
fiction.
than Gogan and
Exactly.
this
Yes.
lady. They're real.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for, yeah, I did say that they are fiction books. They use the same trend apparently, but the way I enjoy fiction books, they give us things beyond natural. If this were to be a little fiction, for example, we will see things totally unimaginable, even though this has already been very fascinating. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to say was about the video that you sent me, Amore. You sent me, and then I was listening to the video. Her life didn't even stop here. She went back and got the silver medal, and then she is going through other adversities. Probably now or in 2019, the injury resurged again, and she has to go through other surgery. I didn't finish watching the video, but if Chriselle had, she may share that portion with us because those parts were not part of the book. But she continued going through things and doing new things.
Yeah, I shared with the group when I
Mm.
sent it. It was shared with the group. Yeah, she had to go through other surgery continuously. I think back in 2019 all the way to 2020. But the adversity did not end at that time, and she does continue her speeches, the stuff that she's doing as the volunteer work. So yeah, but many other stuff. And she's still courageous. And one thing that I'm always thinking about is the lady that was doing the interview asked her, "Have you ever asked yourself why me?" And she said it. She tried not to go there. Even 20 years ago, she was talking in 2019. She said back when she first encountered meningitis and it took her legs, she never asked that question. Her question is always, where do I go from now? And
Now
she's
what?
still there. She's still there,
Yes.
yes. And now what? But there were some they had to take some fat from her waist to get into her legs to just cushion things up for her. She said that was the most painful things ever she had to go through. So, and those were the most challenging. She asked herself, like, but why me? But it is a very daring question that she does not like to go there. But, so reading the book, we were thinking maybe her challenges were over and she overcome things, but it keeps going on. But she's strong. She's still strong till today. So, yeah, thank you.
Oh wow. Thank you very much. I'll watch the video. I'll watch it over, and I expect her to write the Amy Purdue 2.0, if the second version, because her memoir has been written so early in her life, and being up, going, and all the trouble she's gone through, even through her storytelling, speech, writing, and the like. We can't believe all the fears, TED Talk, the way it turned around. She has to chop it into to 8 minutes rather than 18. All this. And I remember when she mentioned it at the TED Talk that she fell while snowboarding, and when things happen and we talk about the yard sale, we snowboard, and the yard sale happen when you fall while snowboarding or skiing, and everything scatter the your pole, your ski gears, and everything removed from the binders and then scattered. They call it yard sale. Her yard sale happened, and then strangely enough, the snowboard get off her feet with together with her two legs, with her 2 feet, and then with her chin. And one lady saw it and then yelled, thinking her legs torn apart. And then we're flying away with the snowboard before they realized later on that they were artificial legs. It was, and she also said that now that with her artificial legs, she's no longer restricted to certain shoe size. She's not restricted either to the height. She may decide to be taller, to be shorter, or she can buy any shoes. If she likes it, then she will adjust her prosthetics legs and then put it in it and move on, rather than being limited to size 6 or 7 or 8. She could use any size. Those things are so nice. So instead of why me, it is always now what? Now what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I think
what a book.
how you call it? We haven't read that book from Les Brown. He answered the question of why me, and
Mm.
his answer, we haven't read the book. His answer is, if it's not you, give a name and give a phone number of who it has to be. Suggest a name of suggest, so to not complain, right? That's what he, because of
Yes.
his background, with the way he was born, and they give them up and they were raised. They say, yeah,
Mhm.
if you say why me, then who it has to be, give a name and give a phone number, so the person can be assigned to the situation. So yeah, so we have to face
Yeah, we
our
should read that.
challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that book, and if it's
Hmm.
far away, we might move it up a little bit. From, we never read the Les
Mm.
Brown, like
No.
for our 2 years reading, so it might be
Mm.
opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And
Um.
also, if I may add something quickly,
Mhm.
Amy said, um, this is not to the book and her interview, her life is not to show that there's no pain, but also is to show vulnerability. Like I can be hurt, I can be hurt to the deepest, but also rising from that. Because the interviewer was asking her, but how do you do this? How do you are you able to rebound again and again and again? And she said that is not to show that she's strong, but it's to show that there will always be pain, there will always be challenges that we may not even ever think about, but we can go through adversity and know that there are better days ahead. So it's also about the vulnerability. It's also about showing not only strength, but also
Yes.
working through things that are difficult
Yes.
in life. So I
Mhm.
wanted to share that a little bit. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you too. And when she was also facing financial challenges and decided to fight her way through, give more speech, and hopefully reach 35, make 35,000 more by the end of that year. She got to the end of the year and she made the 35,000 and she was surprised. And she said, "Oh, why shouldn't didn't I ask for
More.
200,000 then?" And then surprisingly, she said, "Okay, she decided to go for next year. She want 100,000 more." And I said, "Yes, but you just mentioned why didn't I say 200,000? And why don't you go for the 200,000 now?" And you said again 100,000. It just tells me that even though we have the hope, as she one of the sent or the quote that she used, she said that Martin Luther King said that hope is just going across the first step without seeing the staircase. For example, even though we know that it is the whole staircase, and yes, we can still have the hope and cross the first step, we still have that fear that prevent us from shooting for the moon. Because if she said, "Why did I ask for 35,000 and I got that 35,000 extra almost to the dot? Why didn't I say 200,000?" I wasn't expecting her not to, have her next goal to, okay, 200,000 more this time. But no, she said, "Okay, let me go for 100,000 more." But she also shares certain point of vulnerability, as Christelle was saying that. But at that point, she said, we have to visualize the what that we want now. Okay, this has happened, but we can see ourselves walking on the stage with our sister. We can see ourselves snowboarding. She saw the breeze in her face. She could see her swinging on the ice coming down. We have to visualize it the same way she saw herself on the stage, having the giving speech and so on. So it's been a very very fascinating book, and anyone who didn't finish it should try and do it. It is natural, as Shirel was saying, and when we know again that it is the real story, somebody's memoir, it teaches us more than when it is fiction.
Okay. Awesome. Any other intervention?
I would like to say a few words, not for the book, just we are close to the end of the year, and maybe people may be traveling and not attending every day. 2 points I would like to suggest for next year. I know one I talked briefly about it before to say like when we are coming to the book club every Monday, everyone should have the PowerPoint as if they were the one to present, but we didn't feed it, so it went
Mhm.
away. The other one I would suggest is at least the minimum, but you take a look about what I want to say, and then we can validate the last week.
Mm.
Whoever is presenting, we need to have a presentation material that will be sent to the group that we can have as
Okay, ahead of
archive.
time.
It can be
I
ahead of
thought
time, but
ahead of time would be better. That way, even if somebody else did not prepare and that person happened not to be available, someone could
and step
at
in.
least use that one and step in.
Okay. So just think about that. But for every Monday presentation, we need, if someone is presenting, we need to have
Hmm.
either a Word, a PowerPoint, whatever format it is, but it need to be a read, something that we can read, a support that we need to have for our record, right? So that's a
Okay. Yeah.
suggestion that we need to talk about maybe the last day, the last meeting of the year. My other idea is this one. It's not an idea. Back then, for every newcomer, we were asking for $40,
Oh,
right?
I
Hmm.
still have your
For the
material.
attendance. But
Hmm.
somewhere during, uh the meeting and after meeting and whatever happened to so many people went and left. So we still have the money probably by the end of this year. I think it will be the right thing to return because we're not respecting that policy anymore, right? We have money
Yeah.
from Rachel
Yeah.
that left, probably will give it to Charlie and we'll return the money, everyone's money. And Fatu is not attending anymore, so we'll return all of this. And but the one for the support, presentation support, I'll be happy we accept that and we can keep the file somewhere, maybe a SharePoint, and we can just have them as the same way we have the recording through YouTube. We can have that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's all I got for like improvement for next year.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So if we are done with the book, we can talk about next week's book, which is this almost the same title, On My Own Feet.
On my own
A,
2 feet.
on My Own 2 Feet, A Modern Girl's Guide to Personal Finance by Manisha Tako and Sharon Kida. So, and I will be presenting that book, and Beyond will be introducing me. Okay?
Oh, I thought I have become a visionary because I said I wish she writes the on my own feet 2.0, and I thought that is that is it already.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's
No,
idea.
it's not the same author.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's not
got
the
it.
same
When she
author.
said it, my heart jumped like that. I said, "Oh, really?"
No, no, no. Come here. Don't get over there yet.
Okay, I'm not there yet. Don't cross over yet.
Okay, on my own 2 feet, a modern girl's guide to personal finance.
Okay.
Okay.
And that will be December 15. And the following week, beyond presenting 4 essential keys to effective communication by
Okay.
Bento C. Lee 3.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then the last meeting for the end of the year is Monday the 29th. Nasif will make us rich again. Money Master the Game from
Finally.
Tony Robbins. So
Mm.
we'll end the year with money.
and, and master the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
that's it,
And we
right?
should start shooting for the moon now.
I, I, and I think everyone mastered the technique now. Is just the action that is remaining. Otherwise, everyone almost master every
We got
technique
the
now.
information.
We
Yeah.
got the
Mhm.
information,
Yeah.
and I
And I'm
believe some
sure,
actions are following.
as we said
Mhm.
before, the action is happening. Who knows in one way or
Thank you,
the other
baby.
in our
Yeah.
lives. So I think whether it is small or big, there's still we are not the same people that the mindset of what we do, how we make decisions, whether it's financial or whatever, it has changed. And that
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
huge step,
Yeah.
know.
That's a
So
Yeah,
wealth. That's a wealth.
let's keep
Yeah.
Yeah.
reading.
Mm.
definitely.
Even our resiliences has changed as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
And and Charlie can present it like
like beyond.
like
A
beyond.
lot has changed. Yeah. And I don't run stomach before I come to presentation anymore. That's a lot of change.
Mhm.
That's great. So we're all gonna go to that direction. Less
Yeah.
time, say a lot
Hmm.
in a short period of time.
Yeah, that is so important. Yeah. And
Yes,
then
I
when
didn't know.
when Christelle was saying that we have a lot of action going on, I quickly remember what Fred Thomas said, and I also do the same exercise now. Listen to people. Uh, Sorry about that. I try to listen. I try to listen a lot more than being ready to talk, and I also try sometimes to be part of conversation and wait until I'm given the turn to talk before I step in, which has been a big change. I'm telling you, big change in my life. And sometimes if you don't tell me anything, I won't even say anything. It's a lot. I wanted to internalize that and do it, and but when Fred Thomas mentioned it that he was at the meeting and listened like this, he didn't say anything. I said that is what I should be doing. Yes, that is so much. We are doing, yes,
We're doing
money
good,
has not
great.
already mastered the game, but a lot of things are happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And we someone say we learn only 2%,
No,
right?
0%, 0%.
0%. We learn only 0%. So there's still a lot to learn.
Yeah.
We cannot say, oh, we already learned
Mm-mm,
everything about finance, right?
Mm-mm,
mm-mm.
No,
We
mm-mm.
cannot
We
say
have
we
not
already
started.
learned everything about self-help or
No.
whatever we're learning. We still have a lot. So whatever book is out there and we haven't read, anybody knows any book, please put it on the list so we can get to it.
so yeah, speaking of that, right now we have a schedule. If you get a chance to go to the thing, we have a schedule until March
Mhm.
2027 already.
There's no book there.
No, February 22nd, February
Uh-huh.
2027, we have book already. But we can change some and bring. So if you have any suggestion, add them to the thing here, the resource and the suggested book list, and we can see how to plan. How to plan some of this stuff because we have a lot to go through to become better. Right? How you get to Carnegie Hall?
Mm-hmm.
Try, my son.
No, practice,
Practice, practice,
practice,
practice.
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 We read 130 book, 13 book
That's
This
good.
until
was 115.
yeah,
115.
yeah, 115 now. But before I learned that
Mhm.
being a preferred customer at the bank is not a good
Mhm.
thing.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
one thing they out there that we always need to learn. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
shit. And what
all
happened
right.
to the two new guys? Uh, um,
I,
Yeah, we got to Roland sent a text because they called him to a conference and he's in New Orleans. He's
oh,
presenting in New Orleans.
mhm.
So he called me earlier. I think he sent a
Okay.
message also. And
Yeah.
Diallo also
Both
sent a
of them
message.
did. Mhm.
Hopefully,
Oh.
Diallo sent a message. He has a guest so that we take it
Okay.
as that's the
Yeah.
fact.
Please support them, and then let's not leave them to their own
Mm,
sort. Any support to give them a little kick at least wouldn't be bad.
You
okay.
can only bring the horse to the river, but you cannot force
Yeah.
the horse to drink.
that
We
is
So
so
agree.
true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Because one of the bad thing from the book that well, I don't say bad thing, but one new behavior that I think developing is like the information that we are getting here, we
Hmm.
are paying to get it. Like you pay your audio or you buy the book, and you spend time. That's money, right? That you're
Mhm.
paying
Yes.
to get. So when people come and ask question, I will charge people because
There
when
will be
that's
any
what I'm
free
getting to.
consultation. Yes.
Yeah,
But
because they need help, and I pay book. If you look, you go to the study room here. There's plenty of book, and that's money, right? That we spend to get the knowledge, and someone cannot come and just get it free. So you bring someone here to be part of it. The person say no, and but later they call you. I want to do this and that. You can tell them, oh, it's gonna cost this if you want me to be part of it, because whatever you say is free, they don't remember or they
mhm.
don't do it. But if they pay for it, they will do something from it. So that's a change also for me that I need to be mindful about. If they say you say it for free, it has no value. So people have to pay.
Awesome.
I didn't say that. The book said that.
All right.
No, but you are perfectly right because one guy asked me here to be his coach. If I can be his, I can help him being advisor. And ever since I said I charge for it, he's been calling me